Yeah, we got to start the show while we hot right now, man. We finally done ended this streak, this losing streak, and this 30-point streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's poppin'? You know how we moving, man. Titans Colosseum in the building. Yeah, my two co-hosts, they don't need no introduction. Firestone Morocco and yours truly. Let's get it. Okay, now tighten up, it's a Coliseum. Fake people, you'll never see them. Everybody authentic, dog, you can join to it, just take a DM. Everybody in the city rocking, it don't take much to be loved. I scared the doctor on my last visit with that two-tone in my blood. We don't play around, we just hold it down. They scared to play us on our side of town. Say we going through a rebuild, but are we really going through it, man? Stacking up on our receiving core, I don't see a ball going through their hands. Creeping up on our division rivals, they gon' really think that we the boogeyman. F the Ravens and the Texans, Jaguars and the Coast too. Real talk, if anybody not rocking that two-tone blue, you can catch us on the podcast. We gon' keep it real, we gon' speak fast. Always live on game day, we like Mike Keith when he yells sack. Titans Colosseum, we be chillin' in the front row. It don't take much for you to go and see him. Titans Colosseum, everybody authentic, dog. You can join to it, just take a deal.
You know what time it is. It's the Titans Colosseum Podcast. Tighten the f*** up. Let's go.
Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the Titans Colosseum Podcast. You know who I am. You know who I'm in the building with. Fellas, what's poppin'?
What's going on? What's going on, man? Happy to be on this show, man. It was at least to talk about a W, this time, man, because my goodness, bro, I got tired talking about losses, man, and hey, just happy to be on here, man, with a W, man. It felt weird waking up, at the duck. We ain't did it in so long, so.
Yeah, bro. And actually, I thought it'd be more energy, more excitement, especially coming off a win, scoring 30 points. But, bro, it wasn't too pretty. It's kind of mixed emotions feeling type of a win. It's like, yes, it's a win, but there's just something in this win that still is just unsettling for Titans in the future. So we're going into the bye. At least we're going into the bye with a win, but there's still a lot of looming questions of what's going to happen before the Colts game comes up.
Man, let's just enjoy this one win, man, because we've been fighting for so long for this win. And we also been fighting for so long to score 30 points in a football game. And we finally done it last night, man. Hey, got to give hats off to Callahan, man, because he honestly could have went, nailed it down or whatever and got up out of there. It would have been understood. But I think he knew the significance of having that 30 points on the board.
Yeah, man, I think it was a good thing just because, man, like we just been in such a rut. And it's crazy we did it against the same team that we got the last team we got 30 points against. So I was like, yeah, we did it against the Dolphins again. So the Dolphins, man, it's time for us to say that we are officially the Dolphins daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because my goodness, every time we play them, man, we get a W. So,
Yeah, right. It seems like we have an answer for them, or at least we get to play them at least these past couple times when they're not at their best, but still you take opportunities and you take advantage of that. We've seen Titans teams before be in those situations and have those opportunities and not take advantage of it and lose to teams like that. So I'm just glad that they was able to fight back all the adversity in that game because we started off with some adversity and was still able to walk out there with a win, get that monkey off your back, get the 17-point curse off your back, and get the 30-point curse off your back as well. We just let's handle everything all in one.
Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and pay these bills, get these shout outs, and we finna get to this two-tone business. Hey, make sure you go holler at Wilson down in Music City Autoplex, man. Hey, celebrate this win, man. Celebrate this streak ended by getting you a vehicle. Might as well. So make sure you go holler at Wilson down in Music City Autoplex. If you can't make it down there to the lot, you can definitely go on the website. Everything they got on the lot, they got it on the website. So check them out. Give them a call, 844-543-0108. And now, let me give my shout out to my people that's watching tonight, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that. And the third, shout out to Jill watching tonight. Shout out to Top Tier in the building. We got Daniel in the house. We got D9 in the building. Julie here. Corey D in the building. Q in the building. Rashad here. We got Pistol Grip in the house. We got Chief in the house. We got Massey in the building. We got CJ in the building. We got Angela here with us tonight. We got D Majors in the house. Sports Tackler, what's happening, man? Like I said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us. Two-tone business. Let's get to it. Like we said, man, we finally done scored 30 points in a football game for the first time since forever, you might as well say. It's crazy because before last night, the last time we scored 30 points in a football game, it was against the Dolphins. And then we ended the 30 game of the 30. Oh, God, it felt like 30 games. We ended the 30-point drought with the Dolphins in Miami. RJ, your thoughts on the game last night?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. For the first half, I was like, man, this is probably one of the worst football games I ever watched. Like, the beginning was horrible. But, I mean, you see, man, it was just an old Tennessee Titan football game, man. I mean, we came out there, we started running the football, just taking what the defense gives us. I mean, Levis turned it over early, got hurt, and we put Mason in. We started, Mason started making them quick decisions, man. Trying to play. He played the perfect game manager that I've been wanting Levis to play, man. Just be a game manager, man. Hopefully, man, he watched that game, man, and saw, like, this is what you need to do to win with this team, bro. You don't have to do all this extra heroic stuff that you keep doing. Just game manage, And, a running game, man, we had a really good day running the football, man. I really like what I saw from Pollard. I really like what I saw from Tajae Spears. I really like what I saw from the defense. My goodness, the defense had a good day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know they was playing a sorry quarterback in Tyler Huntley, but my goodness, I mean, that boy T'Vondre Sweat's going to be an absolute unit, man. I mean, him and Jeffrey Simmons together are going to be a problem, man, moving forward for any team. And I think that T'Vondre Sweat's getting better and better as well. But yeah, good win, man. Definitely, like I said, man, we wore down the Dolphins, man. We played the old Mike Vrabel Tennessee Titan football and got a W.
Yeah, bro, facts. Because like you said, we've been kind of saying this because we've said this multiple times on the show. With each week that goes by, the Will Levis turnover happens quicker and quicker and quicker. It does. That first week was a good half, then it was a good quarter, it was a good drive. Now this motherfucker turns the ball over on the very first drive, and I still that throw don't make no sense to me. I don't understand. He stared that guy down the entire time. That D end was on Hopkins the entire time, and you still let a D end pick off that ball when you throwing it directly to him. I still don't get the decision makings. But Mason Rudolph came out there after Will got hurt, which is another thing. Like we keep telling him, hey, slide. There's no situations right now that we need you putting your body on the line. Like you need to learn these situations that it's sometimes just slide, play to live another down. Like I wish Callie would have challenged it there because I do still think he did get the first down. But was that first down worth you injuring your shoulder? No, absolutely not. That first down on the second drive of the game was not worth you now being out the entire game. And hopefully the bye will be enough for you to heal back and come back and have your starting job back. But we'll see. But that first down was not worth all that. But Mason Rudolph came out there, played. And like I said, it's kind of a Mike Vrabel style game because Mason Rudolph had 85 yards. It was 9 for 17, 85 yards. Tony Pollard, 22 carries, 88 yards. Tajae Spear, 15 carries, 39 yards. If you read that stat line, what says to you, yeah, that team scored 31 points in the game and blew out the other team? It's not. So it's remarkable that we was able to score 31 points in the way we did and in the fashion we did without having a passing situation. So, or having a passing game. So it made more concerns for me because as little as Mason Rudolph came in and did, he did enough for us to win the game. And that hasn't translated to, or that hasn't resonated with Will Levis, that this is the bare minimum. You just got to do this to win us the game and not this hero ball. 85 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We score 30 points and win. Who the fuck would have thought that? Never, bro. Never.
Yo, shout out to Sports Tackler with the super chat, man. As always, Sports Tackler, we appreciate you very much. You seen Roland making an apology to Sweat. Man, I ain't watched it yet, man. I most definitely got to watch Tyler and see what Tyler done said, man, because if you don't remember, Tyler straight up trashed the pick of T Sweat on draft night. He said it was a disaster, called him a party animal, said that he didn't belong on the NFL field. I mean, he said all kinds of crazy shit. But Tyler, being the stand-up guy that he is, he ate the crow, apologized. I think he might be getting a Sweat jersey here soon.
Yeah, I mean, if you ain't got your Sweat jersey, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, if you ain't got your Sweat jersey yet, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and put it in the cart, man, because that boy, he's gonna be a problem, man. That boy is gonna be a problem. He's definitely the next Vita Vea of the AFC, man. So,
bro, beast, and not all your takes are gonna hit. So when your takes are wrong, shit, we've all been wrong here on this show with takes. So when you're wrong, you just say, all right, I was wrong about this one, and then let's move on. So man, he's doing a stand-up thing here. All your takes can't be right all the time.
So something I wanted to get to, man, of course, the whole Will Levis, Mason Rudolph situation, and we've seen it in the comments already. Will Levis, I mean, it's quite clear that this dude right here, he makes these predetermined reads, and those usually turn into interceptions or near interceptions. And last night, I mean, I was just so over it. I mean, it really didn't even hit me. He threw an interception until I seen Miami on offense. I was like, Jesus Christ. He really didn't see dude. And the camera even flashed over on Levis. And you can see Levis saying, I didn't see him. And when Mason Rudolph got out there, and let's just keep it real. Mason Rudolph didn't do anything special. I mean, honest to God truth, it was boring. It was boring as hell watching Mason Rudolph. But what you saw out of Mason Rudolph was a guy that knew how to run a functioning NFL offense. I mean, he checked the ball down when he needed to check it down. He pushed it up the field whenever he needed to. He didn't try to do too much. He just played not to mess things up. And Callahan understood that as the game progressed. And that's why I say shout out to Callahan too, because I think he had a moment last night that will take him a long way throughout his career here in Tennessee, because he wants to pass the ball. But Callahan, he done what he needed to do to win a football game. He put the ball on the ground and he didn't call anything crazy. I see people talking about his play calling. He called the game he needed to call. He knew Miami's offense couldn't do anything. So he just went back to that Chicago game. Remember, as long as we don't mess this up, we're going to win this game.
Yeah, that's about where I was at, man. He didn't. Once Mason came in the game, man, you just keep it simple, man. And Mason, he understands, just don't turn the ball over. Don't make any risky passes, man. If you're gonna get sacked, just take the sack. And I think that's what Will Levis need to go ahead and incorporate in his game. And hopefully Mason tells him this is how you should play this system, man. Just only take what the defense is giving you, because I don't think that's what Levis does. He's trying to make heroic plays here, left and right, trying to be the hero, and I don't think that's what you should be doing.
No, to your point, bro, like this might be a situation that's very good for Levis, and hopefully he will see this. Because I said this, I think, last week on the podcast too. Is like you might just need to put Mason Rudolph in just so Will Levis can learn how to survive in this offense, and then you can build from that. At least let that be the foundation. Mason Rudolph, damn sure during the Miami game, showed him how to survive in this offense, how not to turn the ball over, and how not to do foolish things. You just got to do this. You just don't put the ball into the defense's hands. Run plays. If it's not there, it's not there. Let's live to play another down. But if you keep turning the ball over, we can't live to play another down, and you constantly make our defense tired. We ran a lot, but when we need Mason Rudolph to throw on third downs to make the right throw and get check downs and get the first down, we got first downs. The ball was where it needed to be. Wide receivers catching the ball. So it's just seeing that. And you saw a little bit of more oomph from players. They started to play better. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but that old line started to block better once Mason came in. And sometimes there's that feeling of this guy behind me is going to do something. There's that defeatedness. And I know it's sad to say, but that's a real thing with some of these players. So you saw the difference when Mason come in, but how Callahan is so quick to keep saying Levis is the guy, Levis is the guy, Levis is the guy. I'm pretty sure Amy has been stuck that Levis is the guy. I don't think it's Brian or Rand's call right now to bench Levis or pull Levis out. I think it's an Amy call.
I say that I don't think our offensive line. Now, don't get me wrong. The NPF is bad, but I don't think our offensive line is as bad as Levis is making it seem, because Levis is very hesitant with these passes. Like they showed, I think it was Brian. I forgot that one guy that does all the NFL film, but they showed the Tennessee Titans ran the same plays with Rudolph that they did with Levis, and Levis missed a tight end wide open. And he thought about it, and he took off running, and he dove and got hurt. While Mason Rudolph got the exact same play, they reversed it, and he threw it wide open to Wiley, and it was a first down. You get what I'm saying? Like he's quick decisions. Like he's supposed to come out there with some quick decisions. You holding the ball, making our offensive line have to block for 10 years. Of course they're gonna get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold the ball that long. So. I think some of this is Levis, and some of it is, our right side of offensive line just isn't good,
Yeah, facts, bro. Because that's the alarming part too, is that when people are open, Levis isn't seeing them, and then when you throw a pick like he did to the DN on Miami, he's like, I didn't see the defender there. Like, you not seeing shit is becoming a big issue and a detriment to the team of not seeing wide open receivers and then not seeing a defender on a wide receiver covering him like wide on Rice. It just doesn't make no sense. Like, I don't get it.
Well, yeah, go ahead, RJ.
I was gonna ask the tough question, because we were talking about it before we got on here. What do you see from this team? Because I've seen people say throw out Mason Rudolph. He's the better quarterback. We need to just throw out Mason Rudolph. But at the same time, though, what benefit are we gaining from that? Like, because I just, at this point in time, I know what Mason Rudolph is as a quarterback. I can go and look at his Pittsburgh film and see what he is at quarterback. I've seen what he's seen from preseason to now. What Mason Rudolph is. I don't know what Levis is. Right now, all I've seen him do is come out his rookie year and throw a bunch of bombs, make a bunch of flashes, and then this season he can't stop turning the ball over. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know what Will Levis is as a quarterback moving forward, and I need him to go through this whole season to be proven that he's not the guy, and he's not going. He's still in his rookie year. Basically, he's still in his rookie year. He ain't even got the 17 games yet. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that's yelling out Rudolph to put Rudolph in, I feel like they can keep Levis in the whole season. And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to sit there and say that we're gonna tank. But if he's not the guy, we're gonna only be a top 5 pick. We just get another freaking quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what I have in Mason Rudolph, and I know some people are saying they're not sold on the quarterback class coming up. But I'm not trying to suck for 2 years. We can get a quarterback now and try to develop him into something. No,
and I don't think they're going to pull Levis out. I think Levis is going to play all this year, but I think just Titans fans, and especially me, because I'm one of them, is you can clearly see when you put on the tape and you watch how the team plays, Mason is the better of the two QBs. Like, Easily, and
right
then you
now.
pull up the turnover ratio and how you take care of the ball, how you see like clearly the better QB. Even we talked about this off camera and off the show a couple times. Like once we signed Mason Rudolph and we went through training camp, OTAs, preseasons, all that, Mason Rudolph beat Will Levis in every statistic throughout that entire time. He completed more passes, he had less turnovers, he had more TDs, and he threw the ball with more efficiency the entire time. So he's been outdoing them, but we keep trying to like Will Levis has to be the guy. And I think Amy has had days of remembrance of Mariota and how we kind of handled that. And I think she's for sure like we got to go all in, let Levis play out this whole year. If he's not it, we will move on. But I don't see this. How Callahan is so quick to keep saying Will Levis is the guy. If he's healthy, he's going to play. It feels like Amy has said, and when he was came here and hired, like, hey, Will Levis is playing. And that's what it's going to be. Nolan, when you take this job, this is going to be Will Levis playing no matter what. So we're going to get an answer on that. I just think a lot of Titans fans want to win no matter what. Because yeah, Mason might just get us 8-9. He might also lead us to a playoff run like he did for the Steelers possibly. And this is a better team too. So you really don't know, but you got it at the end of this year. You got to know for certain one way or the other with Levis. There can't be no question.
I'll attest to that, though. I don't want to be mediocre this year. I think my biggest fear this season is being mediocre and being stuck, and then in the draft trying to draft somebody that's not going to help us. You know what I'm saying? Another mid player. You know what I'm saying? I just I either want to just go on suck, or if Will Levis becomes Josh Allen, that by the end of the season we have a franchise quarterback going into next year. You know what I'm saying? So that's about where I'm at right now. Like, it Will Levis go out there and suck. We're picking top 5. We can get a elite player or a player that's trending to be elite, or we can go and we got our franchise quarterback. It's either one of the two for me, man. Because if we throw Rudolph up there, we're gonna be mediocre. And I mean, I'm just looking at our schedule. The losses are going. It don't matter what quarterback we throwing out there. The losses are gonna pile up, man. I mean, we gotta see the Bills, the Lions, the Chargers, the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders, the Bengals, like when I'm saying, the Texas twice. Like we're not beating them teams, even with either quarterback. So I mean, might as well just throw Levis out there and let him go and screw up, and we get another quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So
I will say this though, I definitely think we've learned and figured out though that Mason is definitely our backup for the future because he's an experienced guy.
I
He
like
can help
Mason.
coach up, and he can come in and what a backup's supposed to do. Just do enough, manage the game, win the game, don't put it in jeopardy. He did exactly that. So I'm not never saying like Mason is definitely the future. I think definitely Mason is just a better QB at this situation and can win for us. But like you said, I don't disagree with your point either that if we let Levis play out and it doesn't work out, it does put us in position to do it again. But now we're talking about drafting 3 quarterbacks in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You got to do what you do. It's just as for me, it's just hard as a fan to sit there and be like, "Yeah, Levis, keep going. Let's lose." I'm not rooting for tanking, but
Yeah,
if it still feels like you are. It's just hard.
and that's another thing that I agree with what Maximus said is that he said what's
Shout
good as
out
a
to
Titan.
Max.
Oh, not Maximus. He said CJ. He basically
Yeah.
said that it's not like we're paying him top 5 money. Yeah, he's a 2nd round pick. So like
Correct.
we can go ahead and so we can go ahead and move off of him because he's not getting paid a lot. At the same time, whereas is like we it could be way worse, bro. We could be Jacksonville in Indianapolis right now because Indianapolis right now, AR like he's gonna be injury prone and trash. And Jacksonville paid their quarterback $275 million, and he's garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I look,
Facts.
I'm glad we have a garbage quarterback, and we are right now. He's only getting paid like barely $5 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can move off of that. And Rashad asked if I'm okay with losing. We're gonna lose regardless. It don't matter what the quarterback play. We're not gonna beat no Detroit, bro. We ain't gonna beat no Vikings, bro. Like we're
Right.
not
Talk
beating the
about that a little
Texans.
bit, though, RJ. I gotta talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
I was going through my emotions last night watching this game. I mean, every emotion that you could think of, I went through it last night. But you asked, is RJ okay with losing? I don't think RJ is okay with losing. I think RJ has just made peace with himself. And I'm kind of on the same boat with RJ, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. Losing sucks. And whenever we see the Titans up out there losing football games, no matter how we feel, no matter how locked in we are on getting a top 5 draft pick or getting the next big thing or whatever, you hate to see the Titans lose this football game because you are emotionally invested into this team. That's why I'm not with actively rooting for losing, but I'm at the point right now, whatever we get up out of this team is what we get. If we get a top 5 draft pick, all right, fine. Let's take our time and pick the right guy. Don't be so fast to jump out there on the quarterback. I'm talking to Rand and Callie when I say this. If they aren't sold on either one of those quarterbacks in the draft, don't draft them. Go after another premium position because guess what? This team still needs playmakers. I'm going to be straight up with y'all. D-Hop might be up out of here in a few weeks. Y'all seen Devontae Adams that I already requested a trade from the Raiders. So who's to say D-Hop won't be up out of here in a few weeks if Levis come back in here and starts throwing interception. We go right back to losing football games. But my thing about it is just take this season and enjoy what you get up out of it. Hell, if we make a run, fuck it, we make a run. If we have a top 5 draft pick, we got a top 5 draft pick. It's good for the future of this team.
It's hard, bro. Like I said last week, I'm becoming kicking and screaming because every time Will Levis has a turnover whenever it happens, I'm not gonna say every week, but every time it happens, and I'm gonna be screaming, bench him, bring in Mason. So I'm coming kicking and screaming. Like y'all got a point. I agree with it, but I battle within myself every single Sunday one Monday, but every single Sunday when the game comes on I just want to win, and I know that Mason puts us in a better situation right now to win.
And Morocco, I know you see that super chat. I know you see it, but let me get off what I gotta say. I know it sucks. It sucks to lose. I know it is. I know it sucks to watch Will Levis go out there and screw up games that I know that we can win. I know it is. I know it sucks, man. I know it sucks to get online and hear about how bad your team is, how bad the team is. But I'm telling you now, when we get to that draft and we picking in the top 5 and we picking a quarterback that you done looked over, because I already know through the offseason we're gonna be looking at highlights and watching film, bro. When we finally pick that guy, we can all believe in, it will be for the better of the franchise, man. I'm telling y'all, it sucks. I know it does.
Bro, it wouldn't suck as bad if it wasn't for the fact of like all the memes, all that. Like it already sucks losing. It sucks being the laughing stock of the whole NFL. Like AFC used to make fun of us this and that, but we've been doing good during this Mike Vrabel era to actually get some respect. And then Will Levis comes out here in the first 4 weeks and makes fucking the memes viral and makes the media and the social media talk about the Titans in a way that we was not looking for in any moment.
You on mute, Morocco.
Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, Lee. I got to get adjusted myself a little different, but man, let's go ahead and get to this super chat once again. Sports Tackler, we appreciate you very, very much, man. But Sports Tackler says Miro, Shador, Karen Ward, Dion don't want Shador here. Oh,
no, that's not, by the way.
Let's go ahead and get to Karen Ward, and then I'm gonna let RJ talk, man. I saw highlights of the Miami game. He came out looking hot, but then just talking to some more people, dude seemed like he could be a legit problem when it comes to turnovers. Yeah. Now, the thing with Shador, I'll say this. Shador's got a clutch factor to him. Shador's got a clutch factor that the Titans absolutely need. But and with Shador, we really don't know where he's at mentally, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't got a problem with him not shaking homeboy's hand. I mean, homeboy was talking all that shit before the game, and Shador stood on business. But watching him walk off that field while the game was still going on and his team was getting the brains beat out of them, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, man. As the leader of the team, you got to be there with your team through thick and thin. And then he went to the press conference after the game and pretty much threw his old line under the bus. You can't do that in the NFL. It might have been a growing moment for him or whatever, but that ain't what this team needs. Now, when it comes to Miro, he played a hell of a game Saturday night, but we need to see more consistency from Miro. I mean, we need to see Miro get in those big games, and we also need to see Miro progress as a passer as well. RJ, go ahead and talk to him.
Yeah, I think those are the three quarterbacks that I have been keeping my eye on. I love Cam Ward's film. I think he does everything correct except for turning the ball over. Now he will turn it over like Will Levis, but he may not. He's not gonna do it at the exact wrong time like Will Levis. Will Levis do it at the wrong time, but then he doesn't bring anything else to go with his turnovers. Cam Ward is gonna throw 4 or 5 TDs with 2 interceptions. You get what I'm saying? Like he has good to come with his bag, you know. As in Shedeur, I like how Shedeur is I think Shedeur could be the CJ Stroud of this draft. Now, he may not be, because I think CJ Stroud ain't nothing but that. But, like, and CJ Stroud, I think the Shedeur could come in the Titans day one and make them fun to look at. You get what I'm saying? He's going to dot people up. He's going to run the offense. He's going to take the check downs. He's going to make all the plays. But I don't know what his ceiling is. I don't know what he's going to be in the league here in 5 years. Miro, on the other hand, Miro is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? He's always a weapon at all times. From me being an Alabama hater, like I am, I watched Alabama play with hate. And that dude, man, every time he gets into trouble, he takes off and gets 10 yards because he's so damn fast. You know what I'm saying? And he has gotten better at his pass. His pass from the day he got the first time I watched him at Alabama to now, he is a miles better passer than he was. So he's showing improvement as a player. I think he has the highest ceiling out of any quarterback in his draft, because if he becomes a great passer, his potential's through the roof. He could probably be the best quarterback in the league because, my goodness, I mean, he runs faster than Lamar. He's stronger than Lamar, and he's probably the best deep ball thrower in the draft. But his intermediate game and his short game has to get better. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, bro, I'm not sold on these three for me. Like, Cam Ward, to me, the more I start looking at him, looks like Levis to me. He does a lot of Levis-esque type plays, and I don't know if it's because Cam is better. I don't know if it's because Cam is luckier, or if it's because Cam is still in college and you can get away with that shit, and why his plays look like he's, just getting the plays out of it. But I don't like it. It just reminds me too much of Will Levis and Jameis Winston type plays. I don't like the risk reward with those types of plays and those types of QBs. Shedeur, I'm not too sold on because I don't know how he will be in the mentality, the PR, the press, everything that he kind of brings within himself. I don't know how that will be, especially if we're not doing too good when he first comes in and we're still struggling. How is that gonna go? Milroe, I'm still watching more film on that to get an actual honest opinion on that for y'all. But I saw somebody have it up here, and I'm at the same situation. If we're on the clock and it's 3 of these QBs or it's Travis Hunter, who are you grabbing? You still going QB or you going Travis?
Me personally, you asking me,
so you want
Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter is a sure thing. I say that he's a sure thing, but at the same time, you ready to suck for another season and not have another season like this where we have no belief.
That's why you have a backup plan. You get a bridge guy with the understanding, like, hey, this is temporary, but if you make noise with us, you make noise. But the thing about this team is we are in such a tough situation to where they built this team to be able to try to make a playoff run. They built this team around Will Levis to see if he's the guy or not. And these guys didn't come in here to just tank and stink up the place. No, these guys came in here to contend. So to keep them around and keep them happy, you're going to have to put a quality quarterback out there on the field. You're going to have to put a legitimate quarterback out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, go ahead.
Now, I'll say this, though, because for me, it's Travis. You go get Travis because no matter where you put him, he is a game changer and a playmaker. You can put him at wide receiver. There's so many things you can do. And you get the ball in his hand, he makes a play. Put him on defense. If things need to happen, he finds the ball, he makes a play. Special teams, he gets the ball, he's going to make a play. So it's that type of guy that can change, give you momentum shift. No matter where you put him at, he can play all three phases of the football for you. And when you need some excitement, motivation, you can go and get it. But look at what Sam Darnold's doing this year. Look at what Andy Dalton's doing this year. We don't necessarily have to have a great guy. We can go ahead, go get Travis Hunter this year, and we can go get another QB next year and use a journeyman, a little stepping stone for this year, and ain't got to do great. But knowing with that, we're going to have to get a bunch of draft capital from somewhere so we can trade up and get to where we need to be if we're not going to go out here and suck and still need a QB in this year or next year. Like, if we're not going to suck and we're going to try to contend, but we also got to get a QB within the top 10, top 5 picks, you're going to have to get some draft capital for us to trade when it comes time for draft season.
I don't know if I agree with the I don't agree with getting Travis because if we get and we go your plan, say we get Travis. But because I think this roster around outside of the quarterback is good. Where I'm at is that if we say we get Travis, we become a good team, and we get say like we get somebody like Sam Darnold. I'm not even saying about it ain't even gotta be Sam Darnold, but somebody that plays like Sam Darnold, and we end up like the Minnesota Vikings, where we're just winning football games and nobody knows how we're winning, and we have they don't have a quarterback. Yeah, well they do got JJ McCarthy coming next year, but I'm saying. We're not gonna be able to pick no quarterback, bro. Yeah, everybody's saying we need to get 2 years for Arch. You gotta be trash to get Arch. You gotta be trash to get Nico. You know what I'm saying? They're going 1 and 2, bro. They're going 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting y'all know that now. They're going 1 and 2. We're not gonna be that bad. You know what I'm saying? So if we're in a position to get a quarterback and we need a quarterback, we gotta get them, bro. We gotta get a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? As much as you know.
Yo, we got some super chats we need to get to, man. Shout out to Josh Mickle, man. Y'all check out Josh Mickle on Casted to the King, man. Dion has 0 say. NFL won't let an Eli happen again. Man, look, man. No matter what, if you draft Shedeur Sanders, you better get ready for the circus. And that circus is going to include Deion Sanders because if you know prime time, you know that man do not bite his tongue.
I'll say this. I do. They had a podcast with Chad Ochocinco, Deion Sanders hopped on them with Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharp. And they talked about it. They said they was like, D-Hop might get traded to the Chiefs, blah, blah. It was like, wait, D-Hop is still in the league. He said, yeah, he plays for Tennessee, this, that, and the other. And he said, yeah, Deion said, that man ain't getting no balls out there. And he's like, oh, I can't talk like that. So I'm a coach. He said, my son might get drafted there. Yeah, so he, you know what I'm saying? He's not saying that he can't come there, but he knows that Tennessee Titans need a quarterback. He knows. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Don't want it so.
And let me bring this up before we get to the next super chats too, because he said that too. I'm not saying play Travis in all three because I don't know if Travis is going to want to play wide. I know he says he wants to play wide receiver and DB, but that's just not smart to do in the NFL. You're going to play DB or wide receiver. So that was my point. Whether you haven't played defense and then special teams, it's a playmaker, or if you haven't played wide receiver and special teams, it's a playmaker. Definitely don't play them at all three, unless it's like a Hail Mary situation like the Patriots used to do with Gronk and send them out there and shit. But no, you pick one side of the ball and let them play that phases. But let's get to that.
Think about Adoree Jackson, because back in the gap, we took a chance on Adoree Jackson. DB, wide receiver, kick return specialist in college, and we tried all that shit with the Titans, and we end up ruining that guy. I mean, we end up killing his confidence. So if we go the Travis Henry route, you need to let it be known the moment you draft him that, hey, this is going to be your role with us. Nothing more, nothing less.
I will say though, Travis is definitely way different than Adoree is. Though he's definitely that guy. He's it. He's that dog. He would be a guy for us that would definitely fill that AJ Brown hole and make fans kind of forget about that. If we could go get Travis this year, that would make a lot of fans forgive and forget about AJ Brown. I promise you that.
Shit, but who gonna throw on the ball? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
bro,
Hey,
let
get
Mason do
somebody.
it if Levis ain't it, or you let Levis stay out there one more
I-
year.
If we don't get a
Fuck it.
quarterback this season, I'm gonna be tanked for next year because my
just need
goodness, the
somebody to get
quarterbacks is
ball
coming
in
out in
hands
the next
of
draft, bro.
playmakers. That's all you really need. But get to this other super chat, and we got a couple more we need to get to. Yeah, Josh says, T Sweat, dude destroyed Lil Brewer. Like I said, hey, look, man. From what I saw, he really didn't go up against Brewer like that. Brewer looked like he was trying to run away from him, honestly. But
He was missing that matchup.
T Sweat, that dude right there, man, he's gonna be a dog in this league, man. He proved that last night. I mean, he done exactly what he was supposed to do to that offensive line. I mean, they didn't have two up out there. Okay, cool. Hundley in there, blow up everything. All you got to do is blow up the middle, and Hundley gonna fold. And as you can see last night, Hundley folded because he was looking at T Sweat for most of the night.
Yeah, man. This shout out to Rand Carthon because my goodness, these first and second round picks, man, he nailed. I mean, he did. Latham look like he gonna be good, man, and T Sweat, man. You know what I'm saying. I'm glad we got a good GM, man. He did make a bad pick with Levis. I will give him that. That's on him. You picked that dude. But you know what I'm saying. At the same time, though, took a chance on Levis. I mean, second round pick, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, we got Kevin Gadd in the house, man. Appreciate the 1999, man. We truly do appreciate it. And we appreciate our residential haters. Sid coming through. Hey, Sid is basically a top fan, man. He the first hater to give us some money. But shout out to Sid, man. Shout out to everybody.
He said he would never do this. Hey.
Hey, most definitely. Y'all want us to really acknowledge your comment, man. Most definitely send us a super chat.
Man, I don't know what's gonna happen in week 12, honestly, man, because not gonna lie, the Houston Texans, like we said, they're gonna have to sweat out some victories. And credit to them, they done sweated out these victories for the most part, man. They learning that teams are on to what they're doing now, and it's going to boil down to their playmakers making plays in the most crucial moments of the game, and that's exactly what C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins done on Sunday against the Jaguars. And while we talking about that right there, let's go ahead and get to it, man, because even though Firestone say the energy is a little bit, off with us winning our first game, man, as I was getting the show together earlier, I got to thinking about it. I said we need to have a conversation about how did the Titans look versus their AFC South rivals throughout the first month of the season. So we're going to start it off with the Jaguars. Titans versus Jag. RJ, talk to
us. You said the Titans versus Jags or Texans versus Jags?
Titans versus Jags.
Oh yeah, I do believe that the Titans are a better team than the Jaguars. I mean, I think just right now, man, I just feel like they're just in such a terrible situation. They're probably the worst team in the league right now. If y'all haven't watched them play, man, I was watching them play the Texans, and that was terrible. So I think they're way worse than what we are, man. They got a good front seven. Their secondary is absolutely garbage. Trevor Lawrence, it looked like he's seeing ghosts out there. He's looking like Sam Bradford on the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Zach Wilson out there, man. And I feel like when we play them, man, we're gonna beat the brakes off of them. So I think that's a sweep. I really believe that's a sweep. It just all comes down to if Will Levis or Mason Rudolph gonna blow it,
Bro, but as bad as that game was for Jags, and it's like, what is going on? They kept up with the Texans, and Texans barely got a win there. And Texans is supposed to be dog walking the AFC South. Supposedly, this is an 0-4 team. You're supposed to dog walk that team, and you didn't. So, if I was Texans fans, no matter how good you are this year, I would have that reminder that division games records normally don't matter, and teams that can be ass all year can still be the teams that whoop your ass in the division games.
Yeah, that's 100% facts because I mean I watched the Texans play, man. I'm telling y'all now, and I'm gonna say this on here: they're one dimensional, bro. They only can throw the ball, or they can't run the ball. But they don't. They also don't have Joe Mixon. But even when they had Joe Mixon, they didn't really impress me running the football. Like, so they run blocking isn't very good. So and one thing about us, we have a good secondary. So I know that they not gonna sit here and throw the ball every play and think that's how that's gonna beat us. They're gonna have to run the football on us. So. We'll see. We'll see. It all come down to every game. I feel like with our defense, every game gonna come down to the quarterback gonna blow it or not. So,
right.
How many turnovers will Will Levis have that game? That's what the question.
Yeah, man. I feel like we could honestly sweep the Jags because of the simple fact that Doug Peterson might not even be there by the time we see the Jags, man. I mean, if you watch that game Sunday, you know why the Jags lost that game. I mean, you could put blame on Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence was out there doing Trevor Lawrence things. But the Jags were right there. The Jags could have ended the game in the fourth quarter had they just ran a different play. They got out there trying to run the same play twice. Like, dude, what is you doing, Doug Peterson?
They should have just kicked the field goal. I'm sorry, like just go up a touchdown. Like,
yeah, and he's been shooting himself in the foot throughout the season, and that's why I say I think Callahan had a moment last night that's going to help him throughout his career here. He's going to get into another one of them games, and he's going to remember that as long as the opposing offense is looking like they're not going to do anything, all I got to do is not lose this football game. Don't overthink it. Just run the ball, chew the clock, let my defense do their thing. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the Titans versus Indianapolis. Little, snippet of our game preview because we got them next coming off the bye. But the Colts versus the Titans throughout the first month of the season. 5-star, how you feeling about it?
Oh, I feel pretty damn good about it. Because our defense is better than last year. So that's the thing. The thing that concerns me, it's the same thing as what we said a while ago. Will Levis, are you going to turn the ball over? Or are you going to put the game in a bad situation? Because I know that our defense is well enough to handle that Colts offense. Now, what is Will Levis and this Titans offense what's this Titans offense going to do when it's led by Will Levis? And what type of situations are we going to be put in? That's always the remaining factor to me here is Will Levis going to turn the ball over? Because so far we're in week 4. This guy has turned the ball over at least once per game every week. This is not a trend we can keep having. Like, at least we need to get through at least 1 week without you turning the ball over. I guess we will this week, week 5, on a week bye. We won't have any Will Levis turnovers, but our defense is well enough to win these games in the AFC South for us, especially with the Colts are playing and AR not being healthy and not seeing stuff and throwing interceptions to people as well. So I just hope Will Levis doesn't turn the ball over and he can play good for us.
Well, here goes the thing about that. And we know Anthony Richardson, he's not going to play coming off the bye. And how silly can the Colts be, man? I mean, shoot, they did some foolishness on Sunday too, and they won the freaking game. I mean, you saw Anthony Richardson had hurt himself, and then they got back out there and ran the motherfucker again. I mean,
designed run.
The Colts are just on a new level of foolishness. And outside of that right there, I mean, we got another game against the Colts we got to play. And if Anthony Richardson is back out there, I mean, shoot, he doing stupid shit with the football too. He's turning over just as much as Will Levis. So, I mean, I don't know. I say we split with the Colts.
Yeah, it just all comes. I don't know. I feel like they more dangerous with Flacco at quarterback than they are with AR. Like AR is just
Facts.
AR is just he just playing. He's not that good, man. I don't see what he wasn't that good at Florida, and now they just think he in the league. He gonna just be amazing. I don't see it, man. Maybe it's just me, but I guess they saying because he's young and he needs to be developed. Man, they look like they finna go through our years with Mariota believing in him. Like so.
Bro, that's it.
I don't think AR
And
ready for our defense. I'm gonna be real.
no, because he has the tangibles, and that's what the Colts are banking on with him is that he has the tangibles, but now you have to develop him and coach him up on how to use those tangibles properly. I don't think the Colts can do that. Maybe, I think they've been so stuck on we had Peyton and we had Andrew Luck, we can develop QBs. Yeah, I didn't really develop them. Like they was good. Like, yeah, Peyton had to, some learning through all the rookie interceptions and everything, but Peyton coming out of Tennessee in those years that Peyton was ready to come to the NFL and ball out. Like it wasn't no question. Same thing with Luck. As when Luck was coming, they knew that hey, this is the guy that's going to replace Peyton Manning. So I think they got kind of stuck on that and not realized that it is hard to develop a QB in this league that has talent. A lot of QBs in this league have talent, but something just doesn't click in the NFL for them.
Yeah, Indianapolis the quarterback development is not good. Let's be real. It's not good.
Lucky. They ain't
they get lucky. Like Luck came to the Colts year one and took them to the playoffs. Like that's not you didn't develop him. And Peyton Manning, yeah, he had a bad rookie season, but like you said, Firestone, hell, the Peyton Manning was God's gift to green earth, bro. When it comes to quarterback, he changed that position forever. You know what I'm saying? So no, bro, you didn't develop that, man. You didn't know he did that on his own. He was already that cold at Tennessee. You feel me? So no.
Facts, bro. So now it's time to see, after all these years, can the Colts develop a QB? Because y'all's kind of been spoiled in that situation that y'all hit the nail on the head every time with QBs coming right out the draft ready to go and kind of play for y'all. Yeah, there's a learning curve, but it really wasn't a developed curve. It was a learning curve.
I don't think they can do it. But, I mean, outside of that right there, the Colts, I mean, they got a solid football team. I mean, I can't deny that right there. I mean, they're in every game. They're competing through the first quarter to the fourth quarter. It's just their quarterback situation. And even though Flacco is a better quarterback than AR5, I mean, you only going to get so far with Flacco. And honest to God, truth, I don't think the Titans will beat them, and I'm giving a spoiler. I don't think the Titans will beat them in Nashville just because, but I say the Titans go on the road and beat them if they're playing against either quarterback, but they're not going to be able to keep that up with Flacco neither. Flacco's not mobile, and once them teams start, once a team really takes JT out the equation, they can just blitz all day long. If they getting pressure with 4, that's even better.
No, we're gonna take.
I don't know, bro. I'm not putting nothing past Flacco because, bro, Flacco ain't never been able to run, and everything you said now is the same shit they said. And Flacco won a Super Bowl. I ain't putting none of that shit.
Man,
he did good last year.
40 years old.
Somehow Flacco, but he's getting wise and he knows that I can't run, I can't take hit. He sees the lanes open quicker, bro. He's experienced. So I'm not putting shit past Flacco's foot. He gets the ball out quick, he makes his reads, and he understands when a play is done and don't try to extend the stuff. So I don't know. He's going to get hit, but I don't know. Flacco has some magic in him that's unreal.
Look, since we on the topic of sitting and duck, man, and pass rushing, man, I'd like to first off give out an apology, man. That boy Harold Landry, man, he might actually be a star. Harold Landry, hey man, I give credit where it's due, man. He keeps shutting me up. He played without Big Jeff, and he's still balling. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said I wanted to trade him. I'm sorry, Harold Landry, bro. You can be a Titan as long as you want, man. You just keep racking up sacks and keep shutting me up every week, man. Hey, go ahead, man. Clip this, man, so the Titan world can stop tagging me every time he blows off. That man's a beast, man. I promise you.
I'm proud of you, RJ, man. Hey, I'm calling Harold Landry Mr. 17.5 because he's gonna get them 17.5 sacks this year, most definitely, man.
Hey man, he definitely probably up there with the top of the sack, at least the pass rushers, man. Hey, he's balling, man. He deserves to be in the Pro Bowl, man.
He can be all pro status, Corey. Most definitely, man.
RJ had to have his little, Tyler Rowland moment, and
Yeah, I had to apologize, man. I shouldn't have traded that.
Look at the energy you putting out there in the world, Tyler. Good energy. You got everybody apologize.
Yeah, Landry's a party animal, man.
I'll subject a little bit. We still talking two-tone business, but freaking Arden Key, man. Good God, we got to get somebody that can compliment Harold Landry because Arden Key, and I know he had the good PFF grade last night, but still,
he's not consistent.
Good God, man. Arden Key, man. I'm talking about just all over the place when you watch him on tape.
In his defense, though, he did get suspended, though, bro. So he did deal with a lot this offseason, man. Right. So he's probably just now. And I'm on the trade Arden Key train just like y'all are. But he had a good game. Let me see if he can have a good game against Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? He does that against Indianapolis. We gonna be on that mug apologizing here soon, bro. Like I did with Landry.
Man, don't stop running, Arden Key. Do not stop running. If you get another fumble, don't stop running. Even when you hear the whistle, don't stop running.
No, he took it all the way to there. But that's what I was going to say. Like, hats off to him because he made a heads-up play there. Everybody else was kind of acting like, oh, this ain't fumbled. He knew that was backward pass, fumble. I mean, even Tyreek Hill was walking away from that ball. So that was a heads-up play there. But like you said, you've been inconsistent. Now, here's a good game. Cool. Now there's a good foot. Let's stand on this. Now let's start stringing these together and getting good games. Because maybe, like you said, you was dealing with a lot of things off season. Even though you got the suspension taken away, you got the suspension suspended. We still that was still a lot that was in your mental and your psyche that you was trying to deal with that can distract you from football. So maybe you are starting to find your space and your groove in this new defense. Maybe. So let's start stringing some things together. But you've been MIA too many times for us. We need to see you start showing up on tape a lot more, especially when Landry shows up, Sweat shows up, Simmons shows up. You got to show up from time to time.
RJ ain't no party
known party animal, man.
Pulling your Haskins line on you.
Hey man, I ain't out there playing football, man. I can party.
But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get back to the subject on hand, which is the Titans versus their AFC South rivals. And to end this discussion, we're gonna talk about the Titans versus the Texans. And Firestone, I'm gonna let you start this one off.
We got to come back and get our victory. Like we have to. That's the thing that's so bad. But like again, Levis, the defense is going to be good. These Texans fans are out of their mind where they're talking about you only got nobody on the defense that's going to be able to cover Nico and cover Diggs and cover whatever the fuck else you got over there, Tank Dell. Yes, the fuck we do. We got 4 corners that are easily good to take care of the shit. Cheetah Bay's out right now. Brownlee is stepping up looking good as well as a rookie, bro. Y'all are out your mind if you don't think our defense is good enough to handle your offense. What the fuck is Will Levis going to do? That's the key factor because our defense is enough to give the Texans issues. This defense is going to know. Denard knows what gets CJ rattled. He knows that shit. We've already seen that they know how to get CJ rattled. We're going to get CJ rattled. We're going to play our defense. We're going to bring our pressure. We're going to probably play a lot of man that game and lock a lot of people up. But can Will Levis not keep putting us in compromising situations? That's what's going to be the biggest thing for us on trying to win this division is just see what Mason Rudolph did this week and learn from that, Levis, and do that going forward.
We're going to be up 27-0. All right, talk to him, Martin.
Yeah, that was dumb. At the same time, man, look, hey, we're gonna be in it. It's gonna be 2 dog fights when we play the Texans. And I know because the franchise hate each other. They've been talking crazy. I thoroughly believe our defense is gonna lock that offense up because I was watching them against the Jags, and that offense is not that scary, bro. I'm letting you know it now. Our secondary is gonna be able to hang with them boys. Now, as for and then you don't forget that L'Jarius Sneed and Diggs, they've been going at it. You know what I'm saying, for years, man. He know Diggs. You know what I'm saying. They also got Nico Collins, who's like having a good game, but. Oh man, see, that's why I hate, man. It's coming down. It's coming down to freaking. It's coming down. I just read that comment, but it's coming down to Levis gonna turn that ball over, bro, and I think he's gonna do it, and that's what's gonna cause us to get swept by him, bro. He don't have it, bro. He don't have it to beat CJ, bro, and it's not because CJ is just amazing. It's just because Will Levis is just that bad. So. Yeah, we're gonna get a heart, bro, against the Texans. I already know it's gonna happen.
Because we was looking for a revenge game to get back after losing in the Oilers. Like, and for me, I think that's the one game that no matter what happens this season, Amy's gonna be sitting there talking to Rand and Callie like, "Hey, we got to win this game." Like, I'm a nice lady. I'm a really nice lady. But if we go lose to the Texans. It's not gonna be nice around here in this front office. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a hostile workplace environment, but it's definitely not gonna be too like we can't come out here and do this again. That's the one team that has had emphasis on the team, the franchise, and this fan base all offseason is go beat the Texans this year, and you got to go do it.
Did y'all see the Black Widow creeping around the locker room last night talking about this is the best birthday gift ever? All I could think about is, boy, if they would have lost their football game, somebody would have got their ass fired.
0-4 on the birthday? Oh no, that would have not been well. No. And a Will Levis injury? That is not a good birthday.
Yeah, the Black Widow, she was definitely lurking last night, man. But man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't see us beating the Texans this year. I mean, they're just a better football team, and they're showing that whenever they play these games. I mean, they're beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. Now, they might not be beating them, by 20 and 30 and shit, but they taking care of business, most definitely. That's the name of the game in the NFL. This ain't college football. I mean, black and white league. Either you win it or you losing. And the Texans been winning football games. And they commit a lot of penalties. Some crazy ass penalties at that. Laramie Thompson jumping off sides all crazy and shit, getting false starts and all this old foolishness, man. And I just think even with that, it just boils down to Will Levis. And as we all know, Will Levis is good for at least 2 turnovers a game. And you can't do that against this caliber of team. And that's why I say I don't see the Titans beating the Texans this year.
Another reason why we need a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because like it does feel like that. But I don't know. I just saw the Jags kind of hang with them too. So if Will Levis can just go in there and not turn the ball over, maybe we'll be able to go out there and get a win. But bro, there's just so much shit talking this offseason. I do not want to hear it again from the fucking Texans all over for another offseason, for another year. I'm sick of it.
Man, and that's the thing. We keep saying if Will Levis don't turn the ball over. Last night showed me he's going to turn the ball over no matter what. It is coming. It's just a matter of when. And
that's why for y'all,
it's been happening pretty quick. I mean, shoot, you seen the Green Bay game, how fast it happened. You see last night how fast it happened.
And that's why, everybody keeps saying, like, well, I'm not sold on the prospects of quarterbacks this draft class. But do we really need an elite quarterback with this freaking team? Like, you get what I'm saying? If we just had if they're just good, I feel like we can beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? If he's just good.
But that's the problem. Like we've said here, though, I think we repeat our habits too many times. We've said here a lot of times we can't develop QB. So if we're going to go get a QB in the draft, it better be one ready-made that is pro ready right then. So I don't know. I don't know. This fan base don't think we can win with good QBs because Mason is a good QB. Ryan Tannehill was a good
Nah,
QB. They're not
Mason ain't no
great
good
QBs.
QB.
They're
I
not
ain't gonna let you get
franchise
away with that.
QBs, but they're good. You said a good QB. That they're good QBs. You can't be a backup QB and not be a good QB. Now they're not franchises. They're not great. They're not elite. They're not that extra echelon. But those are good QBs. We need more than a good QB around here. We do.
I just look. When I say good QB, I think Jared Goff. I think Matthew Stafford. I think Dak Prescott. I think CJ Stroud. You know what I'm saying? I think those level of quarterbacks, I think are good QBs. When I say that, I think you can win a Super Bowl with them. You know, it's just you got to put the right team around them. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the elite ones. You got the Josh Allens, the Lamars, the Burrows. I would say I ain't gonna say they elite, but I'm gonna just put them in a different tier. They're a tier above with
Echelon.
yeah, they're upper echelon QBs. Patrick Mahomes, Allen, Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I just think that because like hell, we could have won Super Bowl Ryan Tannehill, bro. Like just keep that 100, bro. If he didn't turn it over against the Bengals, bro, we would have beat them. We wouldn't was going to the Super Bowl. I know we would, because I knew we beat the brace off the Chiefs in the regular season. I knew they wasn't gonna beat us. But I just look at it like this, man. Is we just need it as long as if we get it, because I think a quarterback in this draft class, I think Milroe, Shador, or Cam could be good in this league. I think they could at least be good. You know, they ain't got to be elite.
Sure they coachable. If they're coachable guys, I could deal with that right there. Now, everything I saw out of Cam Ward, he appears to be coachable. I will give him that right there. I wouldn't touch Beck. I saw Angela talk about Beck earlier. I would stay the hell away from dude. Like, for real.
We got Will Levis in the draft.
Man, look, man. I honestly, even with
that Bama game, he was terrible, bro.
I would take Levis over that right there. I just
Rather the devil you know than the devil you don't know. No Beck, no Carson Beck, please, no.
Nah, I'm sorry. Sorry for Corey, bro. I know he watching it like, but it took about my quarterback, man.
Actually, hey, you know what? We better stop. The last time we said all this stuff about a QB, we wound up drafting them. So maybe we don't give Carson Beck so much shit. They might draft him.
You fooled me once, bro. If they draft Beck, I'm not gonna be watching games like I'm watching them now. Like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I say this. What about Quinn Ewers? I know he stay hurt, man, but Quinn Ewers is somewhat could be good, you know.
No, he's injured all the time.
He played Oklahoma. He played Oklahoma in a couple weeks, man. So I see what he looks like in the Red River, because I know that's gonna get real in that game. So
he hasn't played a full college season yet, bro. And even this season, he's already got hurt. And Archie had to come in and play for him. Like, he doesn't stay healthy, and he can't even finish a college season. So I don't like that. We PTSD a little bit. We have injury prone system. This is the team that usually, if you're going to get hurt, this is the team you come to. You're going to get hurt on. So you already have her injury issues with the college. We've tried that stuff before, that players come out and had injuries. Jeffrey Simmons is the only player that has worked out in that situation for us. I don't want Ewers. Yeah, he does look good when he's out there on the field, but what if he's okay? Yeah, you look good on the field, but then you come in and you're Jake Locker and you can't stay healthy. That shit don't matter no more.
And RJ, I got to go back to something you told me a while back. If they show you who they are in college, that's who they're going to be in the pros. And that's what I think about when we talk about Ewers. You got an injury history right now in college, he's going to have that in the NFL. Maybe he may put together a season like Joe Burrow where he stays healthy, but you can always depend on him missing time throughout the season. And you even seeing it with Burrow right now, man. I mean, shoot, Burrow ain't looking so much like, the next top guy.
I'll say this, though. Burrow starting to somewhat look like what he did the year before he won the national championship at LSU. The year before, he looked pretty average, and he had flashes. The next year, I see now he has to have the elite talent around him for him to do stuff, for his game to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that right there. And I saw Andre brought up a guy earlier, in case we don't go the quarterback route, man. T-Mac out of Arizona, man, McMillan. I actually got to watch a little bit of him today, man, and that's a dude that I like, man.
You said who?
McMillan out of Arizona.
Oh yeah. I like that
T-Mac.
receiver.
I ain't
He's
gonna say his first name because
yeah.
I'm gonna slaughter the shit out of it. Tarantino McMillan.
I call him T-Mac. Him and Luther Burden, man, most definitely, bro. They're gonna be great wide receivers, man.
Yeah.
McMillan, he remind me of like Larry Fitzgerald or something, bro. Like it's like, man, he always open. You can throw the ball up to him, he gonna get it. He's gonna be, I feel like he's one of them receivers that's gonna be around for over 10 plus years on the same team. And he's gonna keep, what you get when you play him, future Hall of Famer, man. I think that's how good T-Mac is.
Yeah, and that's what made me open my eyes to the Titans. They don't necessarily have to go after quarterback if they're not sold on either one of these guys. So, just in case we end up with a top 5 draft pick, y'all, just be open-minded about it. We ain't got to go out there and just, draft a quarterback just because it's quarterbacks there to draft. Nah, Rand and Kelly, I know they're going to do their homework, and I know they're going to pick the best person for this team. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up for the night, man. We appreciate everybody joining us, man. Y'all definitely turned us up tonight in the chats and the super chats as well. Make sure you continue to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. Make sure you go holler at Wilson down in Music City Autoplex. Go get you a vehicle, man. I mean, you need your vehicle. Even if you don't need a vehicle, go get your vehicle because you never know what may happen. Holler at them. MusicCityAutoplex.com. If you can't make it down there to the lot, call them at 844. I got an echo 543-0108. 5 Stone. Talk to
them. Make sure y'all sign up for the Patreon too. We will be having giveaways later on in the season, and we will be doing all of it through Patreon. No matter what tier you are, we have 3 different tiers there. You go there, sign up, join us there. No matter what tier you are, we will be doing our giveaways there, so you'll be eligible there. And then if you get into the executive producer, you will get free merch every single month from the Patreon as well. So make sure y'all join us over there. We're trying to build this up, and that's a way that kind of helps us give us a list of where everybody is. That way, if anything does happen on social media, we still have a way of contacting and being in contact with y'all and building up the community and letting y'all know when we got stuff going on, because we do have some things working in the future. And y'all being a part of the Patreon will make it a lot easier for y'all to get the notifications and the heads up on events and stuff in the future.
For sure. RJ, you got anything before we ride out?
Yeah, keep tuning in, man, because this show, man, is you can see, man, every time either we win or lose, it's like the show gets bigger and bigger each week, man. It's like everybody wants to see what we got to say, especially when the Titans doing some crazy stuff. It's like, I can't wait for the Titans Colosseum to watch the Titans Colosseum, see what they gonna say. Also, man, if you out, I went to Titans game a couple weeks ago, man. Everybody was taking pictures with me and stuff. Just y'all say, make sure y'all introduce y'all, because sometimes I don't know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I do see you in the comments, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that most definitely. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, because that's still new to us. So them coming up, we don't know how to necessarily interact. We're not trying to be like rude. We're just socially awkward in those moments. We don't necessarily know what to do, how to respond, but we definitely want to know and recognize and acknowledge our supporters when we see them in person for sure.
Yeah, we all good at smiling, most definitely. So if you approach us, man, it ain't gonna be nothing but smiles. I mean, shoot, we ain't stars or nothing. We regular people. So when we hear our name out of nowhere and see a face that we're not familiar with, I mean, it can get a little, a little awkward at times, but it's all love. So come holler at us if you see us out in public, man. Hey, let's go ahead end this show for the night, man. Like I said, thank y'all for joining us. Y'all have a very blessed week. Firestone, is we gonna be back Friday or we going on bye week 2?
I think we'll probably go Friday. I think we'll probably either do a Friday or a Monday show and not do both since it's a bye week. But you never know. We'll see how news goes. We'll see how news go. But for now, it's Friday. Might maybe skip Monday show because there ain't nothing to recap.
Hold on, I gotta do a spoiler though. Gotta do a spoiler. We got a guest coming on for Monday. We got a guest lined up.
Yes,
So I have to skip the Friday. So
might have to skip the Friday then. Yeah, I forgot I thought the Friday was it. That's why I was saying Friday. So no, we can skip the Friday and then have the Monday. My bad, I got the dates mixed up.
Yeah, for sure, man. So hey, we gonna holler at y'all next Monday. Y'all have a great week and tighten the fuck up.